Welcome to Late Night with Rosa, where we get down to the arts of the matter. My darlings, mis queridos, welcome y bienvenidos to Late Night with Rosa, getting down to the arts of the matter. Welcome! I feel like I'm gonna do that every show. I feel like it feels welcoming. At least it makes me feel like I'm welcoming you even more. So welcome, bienvenidos, ¿cómo están? We are obviously still in pandemic, but other than that, I hope everybody is doing okay, that you're healthy and you're safe. To all my essential workers, hello. I hope you're watching, listening, enjoying, laughing in a few minutes. What's been going on, y'all? What's been going on? Other than the fact that Trump is still a dump, a lot of things have been opening. However, New York is not opening their in-restaurant, in-dining, which I agree with. Let me just get this out. You guys realize that the more you guys don't follow these protocols, even if you do or don't believe it, the longer it's going to take to open certain things. You guys know that, right? Like, whether or not you believe in these masks, whether or not you with it, or you don't believe in some kind of theory or whatever, and I'm not shitting on, I'm just saying, whatever you do or don't believe, they want you to wear a mask. You could battle it. And this is the thing. I understand that people feel some kind of way about the mask, but this is the thing. Every time I try to think about masks and whether or not I should wear it, I think about doctors, nurses, all the people that on a regular basis, daily, wear a mask. When they do surgeries and operations regularly without COVID, on a regular day, they will wear a mask. So why are you guys making such a big fucking deal? It's a fucking mask. You know? And then, I mean, you also want to be like mindful and shit. So I get it, because when I try to go running or whatever the case, it's hard to breathe in it. I get it. But is it worth you fucking dying? And this is my one and last point that I'll make about this in our weekly follow-up update, is if it was like that the death rate wasn't high, or that it wasn't something that you can literally get and that doesn't hit close to home, then I would be like, well, I mean, I get it. There isn't really anything. But there's people that died and are dying and will die. I know I don't want to sound like some negative Nancy and some like dark person, but realistically, people died, people will die, people are dying, and that's the fact of the matter. And not even for yourself. If you don't give a shit about yourself, that's your business. But what about the people around you? I just feel like people are so fucking inconsiderate. Did y'all notice the new glasses? Hello. She ready. I got 2 pair. I love these. They are, well, I'm not going to mention name brands, but these are beautiful, big cat eye, and I love that look, and they're cute. The customer service was great. I went to Murillo Eye Associates. They have 2 locations, Union City and Passaic, New Jersey. I went to the one in Union City, and everybody there was absolutely fantastic. Their customer service was on point. They were very, what's the word? They were very pendiente. They check your temperature when you first walk in. They have everything set up so everyone is safe. You got this one chick, I'm gonna get her name and I put it on the site. And this girl was walking around disinfecting everything. They have really great quality glasses, great amount of styles and frames and options, and they take pretty much all insurances. I don't know, I don't work there, I don't know, but they took mine, shit. The prices are pretty good. I got these, and I also got some shades with my prescription, and I will be posting a picture so you guys can check it out. But they're really, really great. They are located at 418 38th Street, Union City, New Jersey. Everyone there was fantastic. Dr. Murillo was great. Everybody there. I actually want to go back because there's another pair that I was looking at. That's how good it was. It was so good that I was like, damn, I want that other pair. But anyway, they're cute and I love them. And thank you all for being so kind and being so safe. I pay attention to customer service and cleanliness everywhere I go, and they were on it. So thank you guys, and I will see you guys soon because I do want a pair. Anyway, so we have that going on, and I mean, that's basically it. I wish that there was so much more to update you guys on, but it's kind of like the same thing. I mean, there's a lot more things happening right now in Jersey. They did extend the state of emergency, which I'm not surprised. We are looking pretty good. I know we were green, right? The last time we checked. But don't sleep on that shit. Don't sleep on it, y'all. Listen, but also don't get as antsy as me, because I'm the kind of person that's like, one wrong thing, I'm like, oh my God, what is that? Like, I'm that person. So, you know. But anyway, let's get on to the topic of the week, which is the art of being independent. Now, when I think about being independent, I'm not thinking in regards to like saving up your money and moving out. It is part of it. It is part of it, and not depending on others. It is part of what I will talk about today. But I'm talking more as an independent woman who is independent thinker, an independent feeler, an independent spiritually, like you're just independent, intellectually independent. And I'm going to elaborate on that. I could tell you for one that I definitely went through it. I think everyone has a certain level of levels of independence, and then there's levels of dependency, and there's gray lines, you know. I think that it's a process to become independent, but there's steps that you can take and certain things that help. However, I want to elaborate more on the power of understanding why you should become independent and the power that comes with being independent. I moved out later in my adulthood, like early 20s, mid 20s or whatever. And before I get to that, the reason why I want to talk about being independent is because I realized the moment I started making independent decisions, independent moves, that I myself became more, I began to get to know who I was by becoming more independent. Because I feel like when you grow up and you're so dependent, and then when I mean dependent, I'm not even talking about my parents get me this, person gets me this. I'm literally talking about that emotional dependency that we have, and the fact that because of this emotional dependency we tend, especially, I'm gonna say, correct me if I'm wrong, especially women have a tendency to live a life that others would like, or do things others would like, because of the emotion that comes with that dependency. I mean, you get the protection, you get the support, you get that love, you get that connection when you kind of follow through with what other people want, and then you become dependent on that validation, if that makes sense. That's what I'm talking about. People become dependent on validation and needing that and wanting that from specific people like your parents. And although it's great to have their validation, it's great to have their support and their approval and their love and everything, I realized that becoming intellectually, emotionally, and spiritually independent made me stronger, because I no longer I didn't fully look their direction for validation. I knew that if I'm gonna do things on my own, I can't depend on other people's acceptance, because then there's gonna be shit that you're gonna do that they're not gonna like. There's always gonna be something or someone or somewhere that's not gonna be happy with something that you fucking do. It could be as simple as fucking breathing. You know what I'm saying? It could be anything. And you could feel with your entire heart that this is what it is, this is how you feel, this is what you want to do, this is everything. And there's always going to be that one cabrón that wants to ruin your shit. So then what is the purpose of being dependent on this validation? When I was younger, I felt like it was time for me to move on from living with my family, because I just felt this urge, this feeling, this need to be me, to be Linda, to be independent, to not have that pressure to be what somebody wants me to be. And then there's no way, shape, or form saying that they want to be something bad. It's just like, everybody is not made for the white picket fence life. You know what I'm saying? And I realized, and I felt from a really, really young age that white picket fence, marriage and kids, and that whole dream is not my dream. Now, let me clarify, because there's always that one dickhead that wants to assume that I'm shit on somebody. No. What I'm saying is, kids, family, all of that is absolutely great. And it's a blessing, you know, but it's not my choice. It's not my choice. It's right now, today. I'm not saying that I don't want it. That is not me. That is not what I want to do. It's not what I'm saying. I'm simply saying that becoming independent means letting go of other people's dreams. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying about independence and becoming you fully. I left, and it was hard. And you know what? Right now, I'm gonna speak to. I don't want to specifically say Latinas, because I feel like as women, I feel like a lot of women go through this, even gentlemen as well. Let me know. But when I left, again, I understood the moment I moved, the moment I did that independent step, because there's steps you can take, but everybody's step in becoming independent is different. Everybody's step in becoming independent is different. The step that I take may be different from yours, but as the previous episode that from last week, and you can go watch it, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, all that good stuff, go to the link in our bio. Every little step counts. It doesn't have to be a massive step. You don't have to do major shit. A little step counts. And I knew for me, for Linda Rosa to become a completely independent individual, independent human being, independent woman, I needed to step out of an environment. Not a bad environment, just I had to be in my own world to discover me. I didn't feel like I discovered me. I didn't feel like I was able, and it wasn't like I couldn't be me. It was just like, I want to be me without having to follow other people's dreams. I want to be me without having to cater to other people's needs. I want to be me. And I want to feel free. I want to be me and do what's best for my individuality. I want to be me. And that's the purpose. That's what I'm saying. And sometimes you have to literally remove yourself from places and people and things that do not help. And let me tell you, there's people right now that you're like, well, they don't stop me. They don't tell me no. They don't have to, baby. They don't have, nobody has to physically tell you, don't do this, don't do that. Some do, but some don't. You know how they do it? Guilt trip. They shit on it. A lot of different things. But this is the thing. Look within yourself and really, really meditate on who you are. Do you feel like you are being your true self? Like you're owning your truth? Like you're living all of your truth? Whatever that may be. Do you feel like you are you? Do you? If you in any way, shape, or form doubt it, that's what I'm talking about. And there's a reason why you're not letting that go. Whatever feeling it is that you don't feel like you're 100 unless you're doing this, you gotta look into that. So to continue on, I moved, and that was the main purpose because, you know, I grew up with a great family. My parents taught me so many different things. Especially my mother, she taught me how to be a lady, how to cater, how to take care of people, how to be considerate, how to be loving, how to cook, clean, everything, right? And but let's be real, ladies. You ever notice when your mother, guardian, female, whatever, whoever is teaching you how to do certain things, some people say, oh, so you could be independent when you move out, you know how to cook for yourself. I'll say it. I think, and you can disagree with me if you want, but I think that parents, moms, whoever, show us how to cook, not just so we can feed ourselves, hello, but a lot of times when they teach us, it's because they want to prepare us for our future when we're married and have kids. Which is fine, because I'm not gonna lie, my mom said the same thing. Oye, el hombre no quiere una mujer que no sabe cocinar, and whatever, do not say nothing. It is true, real shit. However, for me, when somebody teaches you this, with that reason behind it, I feel like they're already kind of planning your shit, like planning your life and planning it in. Again, if that's the case and if you love it, cool. But there are individuals like moi who do not want to follow a certain path that others follow. It's just not for me, and I consider myself to always be different. So was it really hard moving along? Yes. Extremely hard. I was scared as shit. I was terrified, because think about it. The moment you decide to be independent, there's no fallback. You have to let go of certain things or people, or at least let go a little bit. I had to come to the understanding that, well, if you go, you go. You better be ready. Now, yes, I'm talking to you guys from an emotional standpoint, from a life standpoint. However, financially, I'm not huge on finance, but I could tell you like this. It's simple. Save your fucking money. Stop assuming you got all this change. Rent is getting higher every year. Expenses are getting higher every year. Realistically, if you want to move, you need to prepare, I would say, at least a year in advance. Just so when you do, it's not like, and this is for people that have the option to wait, but some people don't. And that's okay. You don't have to have everything right away, and you don't have to get shit to impress other people. You don't stop trying to get your independence and then try to brag like, no. It takes a lot of work, guys. I know I'm going in circles, but it takes a lot of work. Yes, you have to save money. Yes, but for me, money comes second, and I'm gonna explain why. Because if you're not mentally prepared, if you're not mentally strong to take on your independence, because that's some grown people shit. That's a whole adult when you have to be grown like that. You're gonna have bills, you're gonna have situations. You can't go running home all the time. All this shit, and then understand that the perception someone may have from you is a lot of things are gonna change. But you know what's gonna change that's really good? Your independence. That you're making moves. And let me tell you what's the really great thing, ladies. Especially for ladies who've been in similar situations where you were born and raised to be a certain kind of lady, like, you know, una dama, a lady, a classy, who knows how to do all these things. But you know in your heart that you're more. And the really great thing is I have friends who have done that whole dream that others have and been fine. And they've had someone in their life their whole lives and it's worked. But come on. If anyone is anything like me, I am no storybook. Ain't no princess story on this side. I'm not that. You know what I mean? And you have to embrace not being what people want you to be. You have to embrace being you. In order to be independent, you have to embrace your faults. Own your fucking truth. Own your truth, because the moment you own your truth, nobody can hold that shit against you. Now you're even more independent. Now you're even stronger, because nobody could come to you and say, well, I got, you know, and then you don't become dependent on the fact that somebody got something. Own your fucking truth. Don't put your business out there. Don't brag about shit. You don't gotta tell everybody your business, but own yourself. That's the art of being independent. Excuse me. Is owning yourself, owning your truth, owning your imperfections, owning the fact that you're about to go through some shit, but you're gonna get through it because you're more and you're stronger than you think. And there's a lot of things that you're gonna end up doing to become more independent that you're gonna be literally terrified. But I promise you, coming from me, who came from a family of overprotectors and people that adore me, and they would prefer that I stay there forever and find me a great husband and have some kids. I come from that. And I'm telling you, you can become a whole ass individual, a whole ass adult, and amazing. You can do it, but it takes work, and you have to be strong. And you have to learn that before you depend on anybody else, you depend on you. Before you go calling anybody else, think, what can I do to help me out? What can I do to get me out of this? What can I do? You know, I left and thank God, thankfully, I had the support from my family. Once they realized, obviously it was more emotional, you know, making certain changes in my life. It was emotional for a lot of us, but we were able to get through. And that's the thing. I want people to know, like, a lot of times we go through things, especially right now. I know there's a lot of people going through a lot of shit. Oh my God, I'm unemployed now. Like, I just got let go, and I got family that's sick. I mean, it's just so much going on, guys. It really is a lot. And but there's a blessing, because the thing is, every day we live another day, and we pray, and don't we question God sometimes? Don't we ever do that? We question God all the time, like, why God, why me, why this, why that? I tell myself every time, God, life, whoever your God is, whoever he is to you, he would never put you in a situation that you couldn't get out of. He would never do that. He knows what he's doing. But that's the process of you being independent. You gonna go through shit. I'm not gonna sit here and say, yeah, it was easy, I had mad parties. Fucking no. I didn't have a party in my place till I moved to my second spot a year in. Like, I think a lot of people think that becoming independent is perfect. It's not fucking perfect. You're gonna have to do a lot of self-assessment, a lot of meditation, a lot of you gotta check yourself a lot. If your ass was not that responsible then, you gonna learn today. What you think? That the people that, when you're becoming independent, that the people that come into your life as you're becoming independent are gonna come to whoever you were dependent on? Nah, bruh. Everywhere you go, you gotta handle shit on your own. But you can do this. And this is like this is a message. This is a message for even for little girls out there right now. And you hearing people have these conversations. Oh, I want this and that, and you better do this and you that, and you're gonna become. Let me tell you something, mama. I don't care how old you are. I told y'all. I started making moves, and for me, that was late. For some people, they've been rocking since they were 15. But there's gonna come a time, and I know you feel it because I felt it too. Since I was a kid, I was like, yeah, but what if I don't want that? What if that's not me right now? You know, because everybody puts a timeline on things, and you're gonna have that moment. You're gonna have a moment where you're like, well, I don't really want that, or you don't see that for yourself right now. You see yourself in a hustle. You trying to work on a project. You're not trying to work on something other than the project. You have a focus. You don't want to focus on these things. You want to focus on the right thing. So with the art of being independent comes a lot of decision making and being confident in your decisions, owning your decisions, sticking by them, defending it, being an advocate for what you want. You have to. You have to. And the people that love you and the people that support you and the people that are there for you will be there for you. No questions. Support don't call people. Support come when it come, and that's it. And they will be there. You will make it. It's going to be hard. I'm not going to sit here and bullshit you. It's going to be hard. And you're going to ask yourself, man, why the hell did I do that? But you do what you need to do to make sure that you're happy. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the last thing I want is to look back 20, 30, 40 years and then question everything around me. And say, well, what if? What if I did something else? What if I said something else? What if I chose a different path? And you know what? Be honest with you. All the things that I learned in my life when I wasn't independent, everything that I learned, whether it was cooking, cleaning, challenges, anything in my life that I have ever gone through, and I have ever learned, has helped me today. Some kids, some girls don't want to learn how to cook or clean or whatever, but I'm gonna tell you something. Come to my place. I'll cook, I'll clean. I'm so grateful for everything that I learned, because all of those things that I learned from dependency helped me become independent. So I'm not gonna shit on the dreams and expectations that people who love you have for you. I'm not, because by them having these expectations and these dreams for me helped shape me, but it didn't make me. It helped shape me, but it didn't make me. I make myself. You understand? But the things that I've learned, whether from my mother, my father with cars, my brothers being strong like my brothers, being the most amazing woman and strong woman like my mom. Like, I learned so much from everyone around me while I was dependent that it helped me become independent. It was the strength of my father and my mother that helped me say, I'm gonna move. It was the strength of my brothers who taught me how to be tough, that I felt I can protect myself if I were to move on my own, if I were to do this. It was the hustle that I saw in my family that helped me push forward. My friends and seeing amazing women make moves. Hello, Michelle Obama, Princess Diana, Selena cuando estaba viva, que descanse en paz. All these amazing women, and I could literally go and name more. I mean, Angelique, I love her. Angie Martinez. Damn, you got heavy hitter women. Fucking Oprah. You know, like Alicia Keys, Keisha Barr. It's just so many that help inspire me to just do me. You know, because, and that's the thing, I came to the realization that, man, I'm not gonna worry about this shit. I'm not gonna do none of this. You're not gonna be happy by making other people happy constantly. With independence comes struggles, but from the struggles comes strength. And that's the art of being independent. It's not just saying, well, I'm independent. It's fucking living it. Live your independence. Live it. How do you live it? You make decisions based on your reality, with you being independent, not depending on people, and seeing how that works. You obviously want to be mindful of other people, but you want to make sure that what you're doing is for the betterment of you. I'm not telling y'all to be selfish. Don't be selfish. But don't second guess yourself or change a decision or have low self-esteem, don't lack confidence because of your dependency. Accept the fact that the journey to your independence will bring hurdles, but it'll bring you happiness. So that to me is the art of being independent, the art of independence, the art of having that. Independence is not just a financial status, where you live, how you live, what you got. That's not all independence, baby. Because you could be independent in that sense and be dependent on something else. You could have all those things and it comes from another person, and now you're dependent on that. And that's another one. You know, you become dependent on certain people. After a while, how do you feel after? I'm actually curious, like, do you feel like you want something, or do you feel like, no, I don't feel like you want, I don't know. I don't even know how that would feel like, to be honest with you. So that's how, so I'm gonna end it with that. The art of independence is understanding your own strength and using your strength to get you forward. Understanding that the independence journey does not come easy, but you're gonna take that risk. You're gonna take that journey to free yourself. Free yourself from mental slavery, like Bob Marley says. And mental slavery can come in so many fucking ways you don't even know. De todo. And that's what I could tell you. And you will have people to support you. And you will be scared. And it was going to be one of the most intimidating things you could ever fucking do in your life. But you're going to get it done. And your family will support you. Though it'll be tough and they'll give you a hard time. And whatever decisions you make, they may not necessarily be behind it. But eventually, when they start to see your success and what you're doing and how you made it happen and how you did it by yourself independently, they will fall behind. All right? So that's that. And now we're going to get into layers. Hello. So this week's question, I don't think it's going to take too long to answer, but we're going to get into it. This week, we're gonna, the question, I'm not gonna say it was a question that someone gave me. It was just the topic of conversation, and it was a very good conversation. The question was, do women stay in situations, relationships, whatever ships? Do you keep them, or do they stay because of sex or because of love? Let me tell you something. I got a lot of different responses, but I feel like it kind of led towards the same thing. I'm going to elaborate. So, love and sex. Some people say you can do both. You need to have both. You need to have good sex, you need to have good love. This is the thing. I think everyone has a different love language. And I think people confuse it, or because they don't know the language, they confuse the communication. I think that sex in a relationship, in a ship, situationship, whatever it is, I think it's a plus. I don't think it's the main. I think if sex is the main component in the relationship, it's not really a relationship. Y'all just fucking. That's it. However, I'm talking in regards of women coming back, women putting up with shit, women dealing with things. Do they stick around because of love or sex? I personally think it's because of love, emotion. You don't even have to love the dude. You just have to like him a lot, or have emotions, or having feelings. And I'll tell you why. Because the sex could be amazing. I mean, toe curling, back cracking, gorilla smashing sex. And if you're a fucking asshole, I'm not dealing with you. That's just me, though. See, I'm okay. I could deal with not having sex for a really long time. And I've done it before. It's not that serious, guys. I can be, what's the word? Oh my God, what's the word when people don't have sex? Whatever. I could literally, abstinent. I could be, is that abstinent or abstinent? I could literally be abstinent for a long time and I'll be fine. You understand? But I feel like women love to be loved. Women have the need to be wanted, to be catered to. You know what I mean? Like, and this is the thing. I know that there's women right now who are probably dating a guy because of because he got money, or because he treats her really, really well. He makes her feel really, really good. I'm telling you, if a woman was to date a guy and the sex was terrible, she's gonna be like, well, he's cool, so. Because there's guys who are maybe really terrible at sex. That's just the reality. The reality of the situation is your sex game is whack. You're whack, okay? And 9 times out of 10, she's sticking around. It's probably because she got feelings for you. You giving her something she can't give herself, other than a good nut. Okay? So, to me, I think love and feelings always brings them back, because I just can't picture myself taking shit from anyone because they got some good dick. Please. Women can give themselves good orgasms before they call some dumbass for some good dick. Because let me tell you, guys, you guys know damn well a lot of times good dick comes with problems. Sometimes the best sex comes from the worst place. And you know you can't fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? You might call once in a blue because you got to get that back crack. But that may not mean that you're going to call them all the time, or that you're going to put up with shit. You just may call them from time to time. I sound like such a bird. I'm just saying, real talk, this late night. Real talk, y'all know what I'm talking about. If you get a call one, it's the same thing when guys hit up a girl and they go ghost. They may not want to fuck with you, but they want to fuck with you. It's the same thing. So my response is, I feel like love keeps bringing them back. Feelings, emotions, and stuff keep bringing them back. Because ain't no dick in the world gonna make me put up with anything I don't want to put up with. Disrespect, abuse, cheating, lying, baby moms, nothing. Now, some people are gonna be like, well, what if the emotions and the love and everything is great, but the sex is trash? You better figure something out. If there's love, you can figure something out. Like there's guys, stop being so fucking close-minded with sex. There's things you can do, okay? You can do a million different things with sex. You can figure something out. There's options, okay? And I feel like love can supersede a lot of shit. There's people that go through a lot of shit, but because they love each other, they make it. So, but that's my opinion. I know a lot of people disagree. Some people said love and sex, but love and sex is like having your cake and eat it too. Love and sex that are amazing is amazing. But does it happen every time? No. So if I had to choose which to give or take, I'd rather take love. Because like, what if something happens and his dick doesn't work anymore? What happens when we become like 80 years old? You still gonna be worried about that dick? No. You trying to live, girl. You need somebody to emotionally support your ass. So that's me. You know what I'm saying? So that's my answer. But if you guys agree, disagree, let me know. I know a lot of men say sex. Some women are saying love and sex, and some people say, well, it's the emotion, but the sex adds to it. But if the sex adds to it, then that means the sex has been added. It doesn't mean it's the main component. It means it's an added component at all. That's my answer. Love above everything. That's just what it is. So now we're gonna get into Artist of the Week. And she's one of my favorite people. I love her. I've known her for years now. And her name is Tamika Bracken. And her Instagram is Exquisite Gem. And she works with KBE, K Barner Events. And she also has a lot of things. She does freelancing. She does so many different things. You know how they have something called like the Jack of all trades? I call Tamika the gem of all trends. Because this girl can get her hit. It's like her hands touch it and it's like golden. She makes cakes, amazing cakes. By the way, she makes these bomb-ass champagne cake pops. Girl. So she bakes. She makes dresses, beautiful ones. shirts, skirts, dress, masks. Oh, and she makes these masks too. Look, I got like 5 of them, but this is my favorite one. Can you see that? If you're listening to the podcast right now, I'm showing them one of the face masks that Tamika made. Isn't this cute, guys? So yeah, this is the mask. I love. And she makes them, and she gets new fabrics all the time, and she's been making a ton of them. I love her energy, her spirit. She's so faithful. See, she's such a faithful person. And Tamika's like one of those people that the moment she walks in the room, I just want to like hug her. I just want to like hug her for a while. Like, she just has so much love in her heart, and she's just so welcoming. Like, I want to tell her everything, and I want to just be in her arms. Like, I want her to hold me. She's just such, and you could taste it in her food. You could taste it in her cakes, in her pastries. You can taste it. You can taste Tamika's love. And I just think that she's a perfect example of an artist. She's in touch. She's literally in tune with herself. She'll make all kinds of things. She even makes coasters. She makes these bomb ass coasters, and I really do want a set. And she's so creative. And in her house, she'll take different furniture and she'll redo them. She'll repaint it. She'll refinish it. She'll make something go from a 2 to a 20. And I love that. And it's very motivating. She's always coming up with these ideas, and I just can't wait to see what else she has next. So she's really, really great. And if you guys are interested in seeing any of her content and any of the things that she creates, which is fantastic, I think she's actually selling her coasters and her masks, and she's a baker. Hello, she her Instagram is Exquisite Gem, EXQUISITEGEM, Exquisite Gem. Tamika Bracken, you're amazing. I love you. I can't wait to work with you again. I really can't. Extremely talented. And even in events, this woman just knows how to just fucking create. I love it. And she's hilarious. She's literally one of the funniest people I know. Like, she will just come up with these random jokes, and then with her tone, it's just, I love her. And Tamika, you're doing so well, and I'm so proud of you. And I look at all your content, and I can't wait to see what else you come up with. Your coasters are bomb, and I'm actually, believe it or not, I'm gonna order more masks because I gave my mom like 3 of them. So shout out to Tamika for being Artist of the Week. So we're gonna do Power Move of the Week, and today we're gonna talk about Walmart, because Walmart actually is turning their parking lot into a drive-in movie theater, which is so exciting for people like myself who's super anti, doesn't really want to be around too many people. All you gotta do is take your car and go watch a movie. Hello, I do hope that they have like new movies and not some old ass movies. I mean, for a while it's cool, but don't nobody want to be listening to that shit. I mean, watching that shit every time. Like, I hope they have like some really like new current movies. I think it'll be fun. I really think it'll be fun. So we'll see what happens with that. But shout out to Walmart. I would love to go watch a movie with some popcorn and shit. Like, I want to be able to go out and not feel some kind of way. And I feel like that's a good activity. So shout out to Walmart for that one. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the show and enjoyed my glasses. Shout out to Murillo at Associates again. Go to my page. I'm going to have their information. I'm going to have my sunglasses. I'm going to have a picture with my sunglasses on that has my prescription, which are super cute. And I'll have Tamika's info. I have all that stuff ready for you guys. I really do hope you enjoyed this show. Please let me know if you guys have any questions. Send me your questions to latenightwithlindarosa@gmail.com. Questions, comments, anything. I'm with it. Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram, Late Night with Linda Rosa. Our podcast, you can listen it. You can go to Linktree, and it has all the links. YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, everything, Stitch, all of them. It's all there, including the YouTube, so you can watch my videos in that link as well. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you guys and your time. I hope you had a good time and a good laugh, and that this helps people out there who are struggling to understand the art of being independent, or what to do, or how to do it, or why. I hope you got it. I hope you listened. I hope it helps. I hope you guys take care of each other, be good to each other, be safe. I hope you guys had a great day and that tomorrow is even better. And until then,